Roster size. So the D1 level, roster sizes are limited. So I'm going to kind of leave that out. But if you start going to other divisions, specifically D3, NAIA, and JUCO, there's not as many rules about roster sizes. And I shouldn't even say the word roster. I should say number of players on the team. So this is a warning out there. This is conversation you need to have with a college coach. You need to find out how many players they carry. I can't tell you the number of times I've heard stories about players they commit to a school that sounds really good, and one of two things happen. They get accepted and get an offer to the team, and they're on the team, but then they're not in the roster, game day roster, or they're stuck on a JV team. There are colleges out there that have JV teams. Sometimes that's a good thing. Some college coaches use the JV team for freshmen and sophomores to develop more, get more play time, so they can move them up their ranks and when they become juniors and seniors and play on the varsity team. But there's a lot of schools, and I shouldn't say a lot. There's schools out there that will use JV teams, and it's more of an enrollment enhancement for the school. They want to get tons and tons of student athletes to the school, so they offer JV teams. And the reality is you're never going to leave the JV team. You're going to be stuck on the JV team for your entire 4 years or 3 years or until you quit. You're never going to see the varsity squad. And all they're doing is they're offering you a small amount of maybe $1,000 or a small amount of athletic money, maybe a little bit more academic money, and they're trying to just get you to enroll at the school so they can increase their enrollment numbers. It is out there. There's no set rules on this. Schools have a lot of flexibility, especially once they get below D1 and D2. And they might be recruiting 30 kids from your grad year. Those are questions you want to ask. How many kids are you recruiting from the 2028 grad year or the 2027 grad year? And if they're above 20, that they're recruiting above 20, yeah, that's a red flag. And then do your research. Try to find out if it's one of those situations where, ask, do you have a JV team? Does everybody travel? Some schools only have an away game travel roster, which means you might be able to sit on the bench at the home games, but you're not traveling with the team. So just be extremely careful about roster sizes, or better yet, the number of players on the team. And if they're carrying too many, that might not be a good fit because it might be just an enrollment grab, getting students to come, getting them to pay partial tuition so the school is earning more money. So just be aware of that.